And it kind of sucks because I want to pick up girls in a car, that's what you want to date, but I have no AC, and like seriously, June 1st, I sat down, turned on the AC, and it was gone. I was like, great, my AC was like, fuck it, I'm out of here. I'm like, alright, I'll enjoy the windows. So I'm driving, and I was the windows down because it's just so hot in my car. Wherever you go, it feels like it's in the humidity, like a caveman should drive my car, and I hate it. And if I pick up a girl, I'll drive her in there, and my car shakes so much too. Like it shakes. If anyone's been in my car, pretty much everyone here has been in my car, it shakes. It's so loud. I'll get the red light sitting there. There's a girl there. We're sweating. I'm sitting there like, oh, so where do you want to go next? All right, trying to play it off like I'm not sweating. My face, everything. I hate it. And I'm like, she's like, put on the AC. I'm like, I'm out the window. The breathing feels good. Just trying to play it out. I'm going green. I'm not broke. And like, I don't have a horn either. So when a red light shaking, sweating, the car won't go in front of me. I'm just like, I'm patient. Yeah, I was waiting. No big deal. I don't care. Car behind me is fine. I'm like, what did you say? I'm like, so impatient. What an asshole. You're so nice. I know. Rolling the window for you, babe, but not you. And as you can see, that sucks it on my car. It's like when you put it in reverse to drive off, and you put it in drive, you're supposed to just go. Mine doesn't. I'll put it in drive, and it just stays in neutral. So I literally, swear to God, have to open the door, push with my foot so I can push the car to go. The car's behind me honking. I can't honk back. I'm hot. I'm going to roll down the window. I'm like, I don't want to be here right now. It sucks. I'm going to pick up a chick. It doesn't work. So maybe one day I'll find a girl if they don't mind being hot, sweaty, and stuff. I'll look at you guys, I apologize. But if we're at the beach, I guess it'll be pretty well because we already show up there like, hey, we're ready to go, let's go now, I'm already wet. Not me though. Sometimes too, I'll like, swear to God, I went to a rent-a-car place, I was off one day, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to rent a car, just to enjoy it for myself, see what it's like. So I drove my car, they're parked in the back so he doesn't see me get into another car. Driving, he's like, hey, how long do you want? Whoa. How long do you want the car for? I'm like, yeah, just a day, I'll bring it back, no big deal. So I get in the car, I sit in it, I sit down, put on the radio, no static, the car's silence, AC's blowing in my face, I'm like, almost like this is heaven. I'm like, I'm like, shit. I feel like I'm cheating on my car. If my car was a real person, a giant, I hope it doesn't see me driving around. I even sat there for a while. I went to go turn the car on to drive off. It was like, because it was already on, because I'm used to my car just shaking. I'm like, what do I do when I see my car? I get back in there, I feel so guilty. I'm like, you don't have AC? You shake so much, I just don't trust you anymore. So yeah, having a shitty car, that's what happens when you don't get a girlfriend, so. Another cool story, I got a number once, it's real, cheers. And I worked at an Italian restaurant, I won't say where, and the yard. And this girl, she actually was like, hey, you single? And I was like, me? Yeah, definitely, dude, definitely. You see my car? Trust me. So I get in there, she gave me her number, I'm like, alright, it's Monday. I'm like, I'll call you Friday, we'll text back and forth, because I work a lot. So eventually, Friday comes along, it's like Friday night, I'm like, let's hang out, I'll call you after work. She goes, okay. So I'm on my way to go pick her up. And she lives in a sober community. I wasn't sure or not until I got there, realized it was. Scooped her up, I forgot, before I picked her up, I forgot what she looked like. Normally, any guy, or even girl, if you meet a hot girl, a hot guy, you remember she's hot. I'm like, dude, she's so fucking fine, I can't wait to hang out with her Friday. Can't wait. I didn't have that feeling, so my look, I'm like, great, she's probably not what I thought she was. I wish I didn't give her my number. I was just so happy. I'm like, yeah, sure, here you go. So I see her, and I'm like, alright, is that you in the driveway? She goes, yeah. I'm like, alright, cool. So I pull up, car's shaking, windows are down. Nighttime's not too bad, though. It's a nice breeze, so it works off well. She gets in my car, sits down. The first thing I think, I'm like, you're fucking ugly. I wish this never happened. I wish you weren't here right now. My Friday night is over. But she sees, I'm like, hey, TJ, I'm like, hey, I can't show her how I really feel. I would be an asshole. I was thinking in my head. She doesn't know that. So we get in my car and we drive off. But before we go, she says, hey, do you mind if we go somewhere real quick? I gotta pick up something at my buddy's house. So I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, no big deal. So we drive to her friend's house. She gets out of the car. She leaves her purse and her phone and shit in there. I'm hanging out, I'm sitting there, I'm watching it. It's like a sober block party. There's like 50 kids, and there's like Rezzles, Monsters, Black and Mild, cigarettes. It's having a fucking party, but everyone's just kind of sober. So I start laughing, and I text my buddies, I called him laughing, I'm like, dude, I'm like, LOL, this sober chick is weird, and so are her friends. Send. No biggie. So I'm sitting there, and her phone goes off. I think nothing of it. And I'm like, She gets back in the car, and I'm like, hey, you ready to go? I'm like, alright. we drive off. I'm like, oh, by the way, your phone went off while you were inside. Just to be a polite guy. She goes, oh, thanks. She goes in her purse. I'm driving. She takes her phone out and she's like, it's from you, silly. Nudge. And I'm just like, no. No. Like, and the Terminator was just, I wanted to hit the brakes, have her hit her head, like, knock her unconscious, I was fucking happy, get the fuck out of my car, get the fuck I didn't do that, but I wish I did. So I was like, I really sent that to you? And then she goes to read it. I was like, and then she's like, oh, funny people. I'm like, hey, I can explain that. I'm like, I didn't even send that to you. But I'm like, I don't think she's pretty anyway, so I guess it's a good segue for me never hang out with her again. Probably think I'm me, don't you? No? Awesome, I like you again. So, long story short, we never hung out again. I didn't call her back or anything. We went over to her place and hung out. I don't know why she's so chill, but she goes, I wanted to kiss you, but I wasn't sure if you wanted to kiss me back. And I was like, yeah, I guess we're hanging out, totally. I definitely sent to her this time. I was like, send, last time we talked. So just be careful. Just sending, you know, you just can't send people texting her. I realize that she's sitting next to you. I never had that happen before. It's a crazy fucking feeling, too. Usually I chloroform in the glove box, but I haven't had it with me that time. Girls don't say no in my car. Like, no! I'm like, no. Don't know about that. I've done a lot of drugs in my day. Never did crack or heroin. Not knocking it, just never did it. And one time, we were hanging out, and I had a pop brownie. Never ate a pop brownie in my life before. Never thought it what it was. And I ate it. About 3 hours into it, I realized, holy shit, I am drunk, I'm high, I feel like I'm on pills. Never done those before either. I was like, oh, I just feel like, so I go back home, because I'm like, I need to go home, I need to go to bed. Usually before I go to bed, I do a little me time on the computer. And after I do that, I watch ESPN and lay out. That's my night. I love it. So I'm on the computer, it's so slow, I'm nudged over, I'm just like, I look like I'm raping myself when I come on TV. I'm trying to find it, I hit play, it's not playing. I go back to sit on my bed to watch Sports Center. Next thing I realize, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm like, what happened? Butt naked, laid out there, my wiener's hanging out, I have the remote ESPN playing, there's porn playing, they're coming to open the door, they're like, what the fuck? Pop brownies, be aware. That is my time, guys. Keep going, keep it! Keep the copy tray roll next to me and come to the fish. I don't know if she's more beautiful.